Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
Welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. But for our radio audience here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all could be with us. Also, tuning in through our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcast. We're glad you all could join us as well. This is part of our News You Can Use segment here at WYAD, and today we're talking about something that's recognized in the month of September, and that is National Cholesterol Education Month. For many people, they're tackling daily issues, and especially when it comes to their health. For approximately 30 million Americans, they are living with known heart disease. The most common type of heart disease, bad cholesterol, is a formidable challenger. Well, if you have known heart disease, lowering your bad cholesterol and keeping it low is definitely crucial. But it does take a solid game plan, and that's why we're so excited as we're kicking off September to be able to talk to you guys about National Cholesterol Education Month. And we have a perfect guest that's joining us for this segment. He's going to be sharing some tips with you guys to help you with your own game plan. We're excited to welcome Dr. Jeffery Boone to our program. Dr. Boone is the president and the medical director of Boone Heart Institute. We're also going to let you guys know we can get some more information as well. But Dr. Boone, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Great to be with you, Cyrus. Thanks for having me.
Well, this is an important topic as we're going into September, Dr. Boone, as I mentioned, it being recognized as National Cholesterol Education Month. So the education part is something I'm glad we can share with our audience. Could you tell us about the two different types of cholesterol and why it's important to pay attention to bad cholesterol?
Yes, very good introduction to these thoughts. And the cholesterol is usually divided into two types. The most dangerous and the one we're focused on today is LDL cholesterol, the so-called bad cholesterol. There's another type called the good cholesterol, HDL cholesterol, which is generally elevated by healthy lifestyle habits. But the bad cholesterol is our problem, and it's a hidden killer. It develops over decades to cause disease, and I think educating your audience about it is most important to actually being free of disease, but more importantly, be able to play with your grandkids as you get older and that sort of thing.
So, Dr. Boone, help our audience and understand when it comes to known heart disease, what is the connection between known heart disease and bad cholesterol?
Known heart disease is the deposits of cholesterol often causing blockages that can cause chest pain and then, worse yet, heart attacks and strokes. The LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, is moving through our bloodstream throughout our life. A million beats of the heart every week contribute to moving this cholesterol around, and eventually it develops blockages or problems in the walls of the blood vessels, and over time those develop. The other thing that happens, unfortunately, is we can't feel any of this happening. You know, I wish every time I ate a high-fat meal, my arteries would ache and I would be warned that I've done something problematic, but that doesn't happen. So it takes a proactive individual, and hopefully your audience will seek information about their LDL cholesterol so that they can keep it at low levels. And then once you develop known heart disease in 30 million Americans, the goals for therapy are much more aggressive. And only about 20% of Americans who have known heart disease are at their goal. So much more attention needs to be paid. But it's not like having a broken arm that you feel. You've got to aggressively work with your healthcare provider to accomplish this goal.
That's why we're so glad to be having this segment with you. So what should people do then, Dr. Boone, if they need additional help in lowering that bad cholesterol and then in keeping it low?
Yes, then they can go to their doctor. Now, the first wave is proper physical activity and exercise. And then in today's discussion, Novartis, the makers of Leqvio inclisiran, are partnering with us for further cholesterol education opportunities. Now, the initial step beyond your lifestyle is to look aggressively at your genetics. If you've got relatives that have had trouble in their lives with early heart disease, strokes, you need to start even more aggressively and earlier on your LDL cholesterol assessment. And then, beyond statin medicines that are the foundation of care, Leqvio inclisiran is an injectable medicine by your doctor, a healthcare provider, twice per year after 2 initial doses. And it has been found to lower LDL cholesterol another 50% on top of the LDL lowering with statin. Now, all medications are different, so speak to your doctor, but we now, more than ever, have medications to battle this epidemic. I've been working on this for 50 years, and now I have a toolbox, a game plan that is unprecedented in my ability to control LDL cholesterol. And this silent killer will lead to more known cardiovascular disease, especially in those who've already had heart attack, stroke, and chest pain. So it's a very exciting time, but you almost have to ask your doctor that you want to get aggressive in this area. And then ultimately, it's not about your cholesterol. It's about aging well and enjoying going to your granddaughter's wedding and things like that because you have controlled these silent risks for many decades.
Dr. Boone, you mentioned something interesting in working in this for 50 years. I mean, what has it been like for you to see the advancements, though, that have been made? And, of course, these are serious issues that we're talking about, but what has it been like for you in your career to see the advancements that are being made to help people live a longer life?
It is just astounding. And our first approaches are sort of like fourth quarter Hail Marys in a football game, meaning that we've got incredible surgeons and hospitals and emergency rooms and angiograms and cardiologists and stents and all of that. But then the next wave is actually attacking the disease that caused this known cardiovascular disease, and that's where this LDL lowering comes into play. Back when I first started, we had no medicines at all, and it was really all about lifestyle, but that's inadequate for most people as they age. And actually, to be a healthy 80, 90, and 100, which is possible these days, it's hard to depend just on your lifestyle. So look to your doctor, discuss with them these new medication opportunities, and there are many that can be available to help you accomplish these goals. But I've just been astounded. I never dreamed that I would live long enough to see the miraculous toolbox that we now have in many ways to control LDL cholesterol.
Last thing I want to ask you about, Dr. Boone, then we're going to let our audience know where they can get more information, is one of the parts of this education that we're talking about during the month of September for National Cholesterol Education Month, that this is a long game. This is not something that's going to be short term.
Yes, I think every quarter of your life is almost like a football game. The first quarter, lifestyle, young, healthy, exercising. And the next quarter, being aware of your genetics and beginning to develop a strategy for LDL control. And then the third and fourth quarter, it becomes even more important, especially if you've had a cardiovascular event. So every decade of your life, you should get more and more aggressive about seeking the best therapies, partnering with your doctor to accomplish that. And then we have a website that you can go to for information to follow up on this. It's called coachingcholesterol.com, especially important as this football season starts to remind us how important these approaches are.
Very good information. Again, everyone, Dr. Jeffery Boone has been our guest, the president and medical director of the Boone Heart Institute, helping you guys to get more educated when it comes to bad cholesterol, especially as National Cholesterol Education Month is coming up, as well as the website there, coachingcholesterol.com. We'll make sure that we link that up for our audience as well. Dr. Boone, thank you so much for the time. Really do appreciate it.
Thank you. Great to be with you today.
And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now, it's going to make today amazing. Take care.